Salute to the family. Salute to the family. Salute to the family. Salute to the newcomers. Salute to the passerbys and peekaboos. You hear me? I don't know where you may be at in your journey or what led you over here, but I would like you to know I'm solid in the earth. I'm fluid with water. I'm light in the air. I'm consumed by fire. And I'm everywhere in the ethers. Let y'all resonate in that for a minute. And some of y'all may be wondering why I'm saying this. Because it's not who I say I am. I know. Question is, who you think I am? You hear me? See, I don't know where you started at on your journey or how long you've been on it, but I do know we all didn't use the same rabbit hole to get to where we are. We all didn't come through the same rabbit hole to get to where we are, but it'll lead us to the same place, you hear me? Because we all gonna get there eventually. We just all won't get there at the same time. And we just all won't get there on time. Meaning together. So we're gonna need some good examples. Now y'all may be wondering why I say that. Because everybody want knowledge, but won't pick up a book for themselves to find out the knowledge that they may want to know. But don't let you come along speaking that knowledge. Because just because it's you might be rejected. You ain't gotta ask me, how do I know? See, we can't even start doing shadow work. If we gonna reach harmony, we can't even start doing shadow work until we ready to be brutally honest with ourselves. We can't even begin to heal until we start being brutally honest with ourselves. We can't even begin to be real with ourselves, let alone to another, until we start being brutally honest with ourselves. So it's no wonder Tupac said it takes years to be real just to heal each other. It's a lot of shadow work required, you hear me? And the reason that I say that is because we was born into a lot. And a lot that we was born into distorted our reality of self, distorted our identification with self, distorted our purpose of being here to come into our identification with self. It's like I said in the beginning, everybody want knowledge, but won't pick up a book and read. See, and those that do, you resonate clearly with why I say what I say. See, I don't care, since I'm not a practitioner of religion, I'm able to say the Quran not the only book, the Bhagavad Gita not the only book, the Bible not the only book, and all them other religious books not the only books on the planet. But since everybody familiar with the Bible more than any other book, even the Bible say people die for the lack of knowledge. Now, where we gonna get the knowledge from if we don't want to read? Because that's where all the knowledge was put. Just so those who don't want to read wouldn't find out. And see, when we dealing with those agencies, I'll say, who want to keep control over the populace or control over the people, they know from way long ago, since this thing began, once books started coming in the press, that if they put certain things in books, people weren't gonna go to find it out. And those who was meant to would. You hear me? See, like I was saying, all the knowledge was put in the books. And everything else we learn from living life experiences, from everyday experiences, from day-to-day experiences, moment-to-moment experiences. We learn from growing up, the people we were raised around. And from those things that we either mature or we finding out that we still have some things to mature through. And if we maturing through the things that we had to heal through by the things that we go through in order to be able to heal from living life, then I salute you, because you in a better place than most, regardless of what it looked like. You hear me? We all going through transformation to some degree or other. And this is part of my transformation. And being that this is part of my transformation, this is how I heal through my own mess, I'll say. See, it's through the things that I come on this channel and share, whether it's good, bad, or indifference, depending on who the listener on the other side of it and your level of perception, that may take it one way or the other, may take it and feel like it's no use, where others may take it and say, damn, so I will drop some jewels I could really apply in my life and do so. I salute you. Because when you at the seat of your soul and your journey of your own transformation, it ain't no battery in your back. You know that you have to be the battery. You got to do the work. There ain't no battery in my back. I know each and every day that I got a purpose. I know each and every day I got a mission. And by knowing that, I know that it's some work to do. You hear me? It ain't no cause I ain't, like I said, I have to do it myself, but I ain't get here by myself. So we all have help getting here. You hear me? We all have help getting here. But when it comes to self-work, when it comes to self-improvement, when it comes to dealing with my shadow work, my shadow, I think I'm the hardest man on the planet. Now, I don't take nothing from nobody else. That's just my take on what it takes for me to do the best thing, the necessary thing, the highest thing, and the right thing for the right reason concerning me. And I think that we all should have that attitude. If you ain't catch what I said, go back and rewind it. There's some jewels in that. You hear me? But I think I'm the hardest working man on the planet when it comes to self-growth, self-care, and self-love, etc. So don't be mad at the messenger, man. We gotta get out of that. Especially if I say something that trigger you or that you don't like. Look at why I trigger you. It's more knowledge in why you it's more knowledge in why we be being triggered by certain things than the fact that we being triggered to begin with. You hear me? It's way much more that we can take from it if we look at it with that perspective. Sometimes you just gotta get on the other side of the brain. You hear me? I get triggered, not to the point that I act out about what I'm being triggered about, but I'm mature enough and I'm emotionally intelligent enough to make a mental note, you know, about how something strike me if it don't strike me in the right way, and then I'm gonna play with it. I'm gonna analyze it. I'm gonna chop it up, and I'm gonna see what I need to adjust concerning what the trigger showed me. You see. Y'all may be saying, why do I say that? Because ain't nothing true. For one, ain't nothing true unless you believe it's true. Even if what you believe in is true, not true. You don't listen, you're gonna miss it. You hear me? Now you can flip it however you want, but if you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. And my purpose of saying that is because that's the power of our free will. Either we see the truth or we lie to ourselves about what we seeing. I'm gonna repeat that. Either we see the truth or we lie to ourselves about what we seeing. Which one are you? You hear me? And I ask that because if we really pay attention to how the same life that moved through us serve itself to us on a platter, you'll understand why I say wisdom be running to us, but we'll run from it. You hear me? We'll run from it. The lessons will be running to us, but we'll be running from them. Or just straight rejected. Especially if we don't like the deliverer. We find a problem with the deliverer. For whatever case or the other, you hear me? Which really just be reflecting the problem that we have with our own self. Going back to the triggers. You know, who it appeared through. We won't accept something because who it appeared through. And the reason that I point that out, family, because I want us to recognize the illustration of a fool. You hear me? That's the illustration of a fool. You hear me? And since I don't know the day, since I don't know the time, since I don't know the hour or the minute, I think a lot of y'all agree with me and say, we ain't got no time to play. I ain't got no time to play. You know, with no grown folks, especially. You know what I mean? See, it's easy to tell the type of people who don't tell themselves the right shit. It's easy to tell the type of people who don't tell themselves the right thing. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. And if you don't believe me, let me repeat it again so y'all catch it. It's easy to tell the type of people who don't tell themselves the right thing. And if you don't believe me, all you gotta do is tell somebody something that you know they need to hear. Because you don't observe them in their shit long enough. And you moving through yours. Just tell somebody something they don't need to hear. And then pay attention to how they react. It's that easy. So, stay solid, family. Stay solid, new subscribers. And even to the peekaboos and passerbys. You hear me? Stay solid. Stay fluid. Stay light. Stay consumed. And stay everywhere if you can. You hear me? And nowhere at all. And while we doing that, don't be so eager to get close to the sun, because sometimes we might get burnt. You hear me? That's really all that's put on my heart to say. I just came through. It's Friday. I know everybody got other, we got better things to do than listen to Sawood. You hear me? But whatever the case may be, stay true to yourself, man. Tonight's emoji. What we gonna do? Tonight's emoji. The hands. Tonight's emoji, the hands. I don't know what hands they is. You call it prayer, I don't know, whatever you want, the hands. Y'all know the emoji like this here. You hear me? And with that, that's gonna be the emoji. New subscribers. If you subscribe and you watch the video and you place the hands at the end, I want y'all to know that I do a raffle at the end of the month. I'll be raffling this frosted crystal 7 chakra beaded necklace. Place the hands in the emoji section as you complete the video, and that will be your submission. You hear me? Other than that, man, y'all stay safe. If I don't tap in with y'all tomorrow, y'all stay safe, whatever the case may be. And I love y'all, family. My name is Sawood. Peace.